think all of you are safe at home and good morning to all of you. I hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. My screen is sharing already, and today we are going to start our subject digital image processing. And in this digital image processing, already we know that 6 units out of 6 units. We have to start the first unit. In the first unit, today I'm going to explain the three topics. The first one is introduction and history of image of processing of image processing. And the second one is what are the fundamental steps. What are the fundamental steps in digital image processing? And the third one is the components of what are the components are involved in our image processing system. Okay. So now we have to start our introduction. And before going to introduction, and there is one beautiful quotation in our image processing system textbooks, and which was says that anonymous, and he is one of the scientists of image processing. And the beautiful quotation is like this. He says that one picture is worth more than 10,000 words. So which means that uh, if you say the one thing in out of 10,000 words, which is equivalent to the one picture, right? Uh, and this says that this can be shows that we can show the more things through the help of our picture visualizations. So that shows that how much image processing is very important in our daily life. So this one statement can shows that how much is this image processing is important in our daily life and in every so many different fields, right? Now we have to move the first step. Anyone respond? I'm audible. Hello. Anyone respond?
Yes, sir.
I'm audible. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now first of all, before going to digital image processing starts, first of all, what is digital image processing? This is my question. And actually, we are having the images in two versions forms, the analog form and the digital form, as like our signal. So we know the signal. So signal is also analog signal and digital signal. But signal is a one-dimensional signal. I think all of you might be studied in our signals and systems and digital signal processing. We have learned only about the signals, but here not signals. Here the image. Actually, image is having two dimensionals. There are two dimensionals. So due to that, image is also analog version and digital version. But to process the image in digital mode, we have to convert first the analog image into the digital image first. So that first of all, based on those requirements, a digital image is a representation of a two-dimensional image as a finite set of digital values called picture elements or pixels. So here I'm showing the pictorial representation. So see here. So if we observe here, this is analog image. So this is our scene element. So this is the one shape, different. I'm taking one random shape, and there is an illumination source like sunlight or normal light, whatever it is, and by illuminating this light source on our scene element, if you observe here, this is analog, and of course two-dimensional, but analog. And this analog scene element can be captured by our imaging system. And here, this imaging system may be analog or digital. Most probably, we are taking digital acquisition system. What is the reason? Since we are using digital systems, so digital image processing system. So digital image processing system must be requires the image must be in digital mode, so that this imaging system may contains internally there is a conversion of analog to digital. Okay, so after converting the digital image, if you are projecting like this, so if you here there is a checks are there, checks. So this screen is having checks. So in this checks screen, we are dividing our image into the number of pixels like this. Okay. So if you see there is a small difference between analog image and digital image. So what is the reason? And here we have to know one important thing. In digital version, we are losing some information when compared with analog. Okay, but in analog, the problem is noise. So the same problem will be removed or will be resolved in our digital mode. But if you observe, the digital is not exactly your image. All of you remember that. Definitely in digital image processing or digital mode, we are losing some information, actual information. Since we are neglecting some middle points, already I think Mike you have studied analog to digital conversion in digital communications. There is a pulse code modulation, you know, all of you know, pulse code modulation. In pulse code modulation, there are three steps. First one is sampling, quantization, and encoding. So in sampling, what happens? We are considering only different timing instants only, not all. So which shows that, which definitely shows that what happens? We are losing some information, but we are approximating the image or we are approximating the signal, either signal or image. So in signal mode, we are considering only signals. In image mode, we are considering images. So however, in digital mode, we are considering the approximate signal only or approximate image only. The output image will be after digitized our image, the image will be like this. See this here, understood? So this is the arrangement of what is digital image. A digital image is a representation of a two-dimensional image as a finite set of digital values, and which are called picture elements or pixels. So what are picture elements or what are pixels? Values, a set of gray values. In black and white image, we are calling gray values. In color image, color dots. Color dots are color picture elements. Okay, we will see the color image processing that. But in now, we are calling a pixels or picture elements or gray values. So this is what is digital image processing. Pixel values. Pixel values generally. Pixel values. So here, pixel values typically represented as gray levels, colors, heights, etc. So gray levels, already I told you, gray levels in black and white are monochrome images. Colors in color image person, color image person, or heights are dots, whatever it is. But remember, digitalization implies that a digital image is an approximation of a real scene. Already before I told you. See here, this is analog image and this is digital image. So what happens here? Mute lo పెట్టండి. So here, this is analog image equivalent to digital image. So if you compare both, what happens? Here continuously image, but here square boxes. We are considering only square boxes. We are losing some information and approximated only. It is not exact image. Similarly, if you here there is a deer image is there. So here this deer image, and there is an ear of a deer and represented in a box, and which is equivalent to a small box in our digital image. So this is analog image, this is digital image. So what happens? If you observe clearly, there is a loss of some information or losing some information and approximating only, not exactly. Next, come to common image formats. So generally the image formats are three types. A sample per unit. So, please all of you mute yourself. Some of you are now making noise. Please mute yourself. So now come back. Common image formats are there are three common image formats. One is one sample per point, three samples per point, four samples per point. One sample per point is generally in black and white or grayscale. So already I told you, black and white image or monochrome or grayscale. So in that we are using only one dot or a sample point for one point. But instead of black and white, if you use the color image, in color image generally we are forming a color image with the help of three colors. Three colors. What are those? Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. We can generate any color type of image with the help of these three elements. So due to this, we are using 3 points. 3 points, each one for red, green, and blue. Okay. Now come to the fourth concept. So fourth, there is another type of version. In digital image also there. In that there is red, green, blue, and another one is alpha. Alpha or opacity. So generally we are not using the third one. Most probably we are using the first one and the second one, right? And here I am showing that this is first one is grayscale. For most of this course, we will focus on only grayscale images. Since in color image we are discussing about color image processing, but in normally we are considering the grayscale or monochrome or black and white image. So if you see first one is what happened in first one, only black and white pixels are visualizing. And what happens in second one? Second one. If you see in second one color image, the third one is the third version, four samples. Four samples. Right? Now next, digital image processing of only focuses on two major tasks. So what is the main importance of your digital image processing? First of all, improvement of pictorial information for the human interaction, human interpretation. So to see that clearly, we have to process our image processing. So we need an improvement of pictorial information. And the second one is, what is another requirement why we have to process the image generally for the storage purpose. If you observe, analog image is not made easy for the storage, but instead of digital image, we can store easily with the help of digital process. So that we have to two tasks or two major functions we composed in our digital image processing. The first one is improvement of pictorial information for human interpretation, for the clarity, for clear visualization. We use improvement of information, pictorial information. And the second one is processing of image data for storage and transmission and representation for autonomous machine perceptions. So for storage, for transmission, for representation, we need image processing. Okay, and also sometimes we are using in computer vision. Most of you know nowadays there is a computer vision. In image processing, next version is computer vision. In computer vision also we need image processing. Okay, next, come to the sequence or the continuum of image processing is in computer vision from the normal image processing to computer vision can be broken up into three processes. So the first fundamental image processing to now we are using the computer vision. So what are the levels? How we are dividing into the number of levels? The first one is low level process, second one is mid level process, and third one is high level process. So in first one process, in low level process, what happens? The first one is input image and output is also image. So examples: noise removal, image sharpening. These are the functions what happens in the low level image. But in middle level, inputs are image, but outputs are not images. Attributes. Attributes means what are the intensity, what is the color, what is the histogram, what is the edge, what is the segmentation, like that. Like that only we are considering in the second level. But inputs are images, outputs are not images, only attributes. And examples: object recognition, object recognition and segmentation. So these are the outputs. And then third one is the high level process. In high level process, what happens? The second one, outputs, that means attributes, are given to the inputs of third one, but output is understanding, that means analyze. Analyze means what is the scene and what is autonomous navigations, how it is look like. So analyzing purpose only we are using this, the third one, computer vision. So the understanding of outputs is in our high level process. So, however, we are dividing, or we are broken up into the image or sequence of the image processing to the computer version into three levels: low level process, mid level process, and high level process. Next. Now we move to the history of digital image processing. So from which year we have to start our image processing? Early 1920s. Here I am showing that early 1920s we are starting our actual image processing started. So one of the first application of the digital image was in the newspaper industry. Here I am showing, this is our digital image. He is a running man, took one image in those days. So this is our first digital image which was published in our newspaper generally. And the system is called as the Battling Cable Picture Transmission Service we are using. And these images were transferred by submarine cable between London to New York. So the first image was transmitted between London to New York with the help of submarine cable, not a normal submarine cable. And pictures were coded for cable transfer and reconstructed at the receiving end on a telegraph printer. And remember one thing, not a normal printer, it is a telegraph printer. That means I think all of you observed there's a dot matrix, like dots. So if you see here, there is a dots, not a clear continuous dotted image. So the first transmitted picture is coded with a cable transfer and reconstructed at the receiving end on a telegraph printer, not a normal printer. So in 1920s, the first image was sent by the Battling cable picture, and the points are London to New York, and the printer is a telegraph printer, not a normal printer. So this is the first fundamental or first digital image was created. And next, in the mid late of 1920s. So here, if you observe improvements to the Battling system resulted in high quality images. So if you compare previous one and this one, what happens? Here there is a improved. That means this is not a dotted picture. This is a qualified or a quality, high quality. Okay. Now new reproduction processes based on the photographic techniques and increased number of tons in the reproduced images. So the Battling system is has been improved and resulted with a high quality pictures like. So here there is a one scientist improved digital image and early 15-ton digital image. So both are a high qualified digital image system, digital images. I come to the 1960s. Improvements in computing technology and the onset of the space race led to the surge of work in digital image processing. So there are so many improvements in our image processing, and in 1964 there is a computers used to improve the quality of images of the moon taken by the Ranger 7 probe. So later on, in our 1920s, when came to the 1964, we have started our computers to process images. After capturing the images, we have to use the process to process the images. Computers are used in 1964. Such techniques were used in other space missions, including the Apollo landings. So 1916 and 64 like this. Now come to the 1970s. So what happens in 1970s? In 1970s, the digital image processing begins to be used in medical applications. So nowadays we are all seeing that MRI scans, X-rays. So those are all images. So different images, not a normal images. The medical images different now when compared with normal images. So in 1970s, we have started our digital image processing to begins the medical applications. Here, if you typical head slice CAT image, cat image. So the typical head slice cat image. So we are saying that here there is a contour are there, contour is there, and there is a edges and uh, there are some locating points. There's some tissues or cancer tissues, whatever some problematics are there, we can see here in this image with the help of digital image processing. Next, 1980s. So in 1980s, the use of digital image processing techniques has exploded, and they are now used for all kinds of tasks in all kinds of areas. So nowadays the areas are not limited. We are using in all images, in all fields, the images like this here: image enhancement or restoration, artistic effects, medical visualization, industrial inspection, law enforcement, and human computer interfaces. These are the different other fields which we have used our digital image processing. So now we will see one by one. So the first one, the first example or application. So this is maybe the example or application. So here, if you see, all of you remind, please give the chat box. This is the attendance purpose. If you are not giving any messages, that I'm helpless, please give the chat box. I have the 10 minutes only. Okay.
Class జరుగుతుందా?
We concluded in 10 minutes. Okay. Only 10 minutes. Please give the chat box. Okay. Now, the first application I told you, one of the most common use of digital image techniques. So what happened here? Improve the quality, remove the noise. My application is improve the quality, remove the noise. So here the first one is, see here, this is maybe analog image, first one. This is X-ray. Okay, X-ray. And after improve the quality and after remove the noise. What is the meaning of improve the quality and remove the noise? Improve the quality means we are operating some operations, digital operations on this image. We can improve the quality and also remove the noise. So we don't want noise. So if you observe clearly, this is the clear one, second one. In this second one, we are removing all noise. And similarly, there is our circuit board. If you observe here, this is circuit board with the noise. The second one is very clear. You see here, the second one is very clear. The first one is low quality and also with the noise. But the second one is with high quality and less noise, removing of noise. Similarly, we took one geographical image. Here a geographical image with noise and also low quality, dull quality, and the fog. There is a fog that is also removed with the help of image processing. And if you see here, the last one is what happens. This is with high quality and no noise. Okay, so this is the first example, and the next example. What is the Hubble telescope? Hubble telescope generally used to capture the distant objects. What are the distant objects in our space? We are taking. There are some different planets, different objects are there. If you want to capture those images, generally we are using Hubble telescope. Using this telescope, we can capture the different like this. So this is dull quality due to the distance, due to the noise. So there is a noise is more in our space already, you know. So that is process. After processing and after removing the noise, the picture will be like this. So this is second example. And artistic effects. Already you know what is artistic effects. What is the artistic effects means? We are giving the special effects in our movies. Actually, we are taking the picture normal, but in our computer application, with the help of computer applications, we can process, we can add more number of special effects. So This is artistic effects are used to make the images more visually appealing and to add special effects and to make composite images. To create special effects, with our eyes, we are using image processing also. This is second effect that for artistic effects. And next one is medicine. So in medicine, already I told you medical applications. Here I am taking one dog heart. Dog heart. So this is dog heart, original MRI image of a dog heart. But here I am detection of edges only. I want only edges. So what I want to know the what happens in the edges of a contour of our heart of a dog heart. I want to know. I don't want the remaining part also. So here clearly there is a light I'm highlighting here only edges, edge detection. This is called as edge detection in our image processing. So to find out the edge also, we can use the image processing. This is another example. MRI scan, in MRI scan of a heart of a dog, to detect the edges, we use image processing. Next one is geographic information. So geographic information is just now I have told you. Geographical means our globe, what is happening on our globe. Geography. We have to take some digital images. So digital image processing techniques are used extensively to manipulate satellite images, terrain image classifications, and meteorology. Right. So for the purpose of geographical images to capture it also, we use some different image processing. And other next one is this is nighttime lights of the world data. So what happens if you switch off all the lights nighttime? What happens? World, throughout the world, what happened? So these are the images captured by our satellite. Next one is industrial applications. Industrial applications. What are the industrial applications? So to identify the damaged particles or damaged things, what happens in our industry, we have to inspect. So to industrial inspection also we use some human operators are expensive. So manually if you identify, this is somewhat expensive and also slow and unreliable also. So to make easy, we have to use some type of machines. So make machines to the job instead of human interaction, we have to use computers to identify the damaged versions. So industrial vision systems are used generally in all kinds of industries to can we trust them. Definitely we can identify the damaged versions, damaged things with the help of image processing or image systems. So that is second application of industrial inspection. The next one is printed circuit board. So if you design one printed circuit board, if there is any break-in of your soldering and break-in of components and break-in of any layers, what happen? So manually identification is late and slow process and is also somewhat difficult. But with the help of image processing, we can identify easily and with very fast. So here I am using both conventional imaging and X-ray imaging. With the help of conventional image, we can identify, and also X-ray imaging also can identify the damaged particles, the damaged connections, whatever it is. Next one. Law enforcement. Nowadays there are so many crimes are there in our forensic medicines. In forensic medicines, what happens? We have to identify the correct ones. Okay, with the help of morphology, and the image was morphed or not. So that was distinguished by the help of image processing only. So the image processing also used in law enforcement. So now here you observe here number plate recognition, fingerprint recognition, enhancement of CCTV images. So these are all. So these are all used in our crime management or law enforcement. Next, HCA. So what is HCA? HCA is try to make human computer interfaces more natural. So in HCA means human to computer interfaces. So if you general security purpose. So in security purpose, if you set your image to unlock some system, what happens? Here also we have to process our image to unlock the system. So in that case also, we have to use our image processing is very important. Next one is, okay, the time up. The next two topics we will continue in the next session. The next two topics are the fundamental steps in display image processing and components in display image processing. These two are remaining. Okay, time is not enough, so we will continue next. So today we have learned about what is introduction and history of display image processing and what is display image processing and applications examples. So these are we have learned, and already I told the book is R.C. Gonzalez. R.C. Gonzalez, and I'm trying to get a soft copy. After I got, I will share through the WhatsApp or mail, and all of you download and refer those. Go through that book, and very nice. And one more thing, the subject is very important and very interesting also. And at a time is not possible, but go through the textbooks, and definitely we can understand easily. And don't worry. And please give me all of your chat. అందరు ఇచ్చారా లేదా chat box? I mean, okay, there is only less than 1 minute. Thank you all of you. And if anyone still didn't give the message, please give the message for attendance consideration. And the next two topics will be continued in the next class. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
ಇಲ್ಲ.